Hi, this is Timmy from Timmy's Tips, and I'm going to show you how to type with one hand today. I had a stroke 35 years ago when I was a kid, and I learned to type one summer by diligently every day typing for 1 hour, practicing over and over. I used a book called Progressive Typewriting Speed Practice by Lorraine Scaff, that's SKFF, and it's available on Amazon for about $5 to $10. It's quite an old manual. I think it was written in the 80s, but it's very good, and it tells you how to position your hand on the keyboard and which keys to touch with which fingers. I bought a Rosewill keyboard RK9000 for myself because I like the mechanical feel of the typing. The flat keyboards like Apple or laptop keyboards are fine for everyone else, but I find that if you're having your hand flat and you're typing, that your wrist or the end of your thumb, which hits the space bar all the time, gets in the way because it hits the mouse pad, and so you get relocated on the screen and it gets very frustrating. So you can start by thinking about how you can center your hand. You can center your hand by putting your pinky on the F and your forefinger on the J. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it, but right down here on the F and the J are little raised bumps that help you in centering your hand. For two-handed people, it's just your forefingers on both. But for one-handed people, you've got the F pinky on the F, forefinger on the J. Now, you can think about it this way, in that your five fingers are going to cover the whole keyboard. So it's, for example, if you want to make a parentheses to the left, you shift 9, or shift F, capitalize, or you can always do anything with your hand on the keyboard. I'm going to start with something very many people know, and that is the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, because it uses every letter in the alphabet. I'll do it all lowercase. Okay? Here we go. A quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Now, I did that very quickly, but I wanted to demonstrate you how you can do it yourself. You begin by orienting your fingers to the certain areas of the keyboard. So your pinky does all the keys on the left side. So from E, maybe to R, but E, W, Q, F, W, D, S, A, and C, X, Z. That's covered by your pinky. The ring finger covers T, Y, and G, H, and V, B, and maybe N, depending on the word that you're typing. And then the middle finger covers Y and U, and H and J. If your forefinger is outside of on the right and you need to hit J, you hit it with your middle finger. And then on the bottom, N and B, and maybe V, depending on where your hand is. And then your forefinger is I, O, P, J, K, L, N, M, and if you're typing very quickly and you need to do enter or shift, you can just go enter like that. I'm going to do it very quickly. Brown fox, and then your thumb is always on the space bar. So I mean, this is a new keyboard, but my old keyboard was worn off on this side because I used my thumb so much. So with those positions in mind, I'll go through it very slowly. Ready? Use my middle finger, pinky, space, brown, B-R-O-W-N, hit the N with my middle finger. Oh, I forgot the word quick. Q-U-I-C-K. Now, I used U and I with the index finger because it was much faster, as you can see. So I didn't need to use those two, the middle finger and your forefinger. I can just go to save time. The quick space, brown, B-R-O-W-N, space, F-O-X, F-O-X, F, pinky, O, index, X with your pinky again. Quick brown fox, jumps, J-U-M. I do it with my forefinger only, J-U-M-P-S. I might do it J-U-M, meaning J with your forefinger, U with your middle, and then M-P, and then you can stretch across and hit S. Jumps, space, over, O, index finger, V-E-R with your pinky. Over, space, that's probably one of the easiest words to type with one hand, T-H-E, T, ring finger, H with middle, and E with your pinky. T-H-E, T-H-E. Jumps over the lazy. That's a stretch, okay? So L with your ring finger, Z, oh no, A, sorry, A with your pinky, Z with your pinky, and then Y with your middle. So L-A-Z-Y, L-A-Z-Z-Y, L-A-Z-Y. Jump over the lazy dog, D-O-G, D-O-G. So D with your pinky, O with your index, and then back to G with your ring finger. So D-O-G, D-O-G. Okay, we'll do it again. The quick brown fox jumps, space, over the lazy dog, period, D-O-G, period. That is how you type the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. But you'll be starting, some of you, starting with something easier. So you'll be starting with do or and. So you go A with your pinky, N, and D with your pinky. So you have your hand a little bit offset onto the left side of the keyboard. So you can reach your pinky on A and D, and you reach N with your forefinger. So you move, that's where you're repositioning your hand just slightly to get the A and D. A, and D. So let's try, as I said, some of the easiest words to type are THE, the, T, bring, H, middle, and E with your pinky. And of course, this single letters are simple, but those words that are complicated are a little bit more time-consuming to practice. So D-O-N-E, done. D, your pinky, O with your index finger, N with your middle, and E with your pinky again. D-O-N-E. D-O-N-E. Now, the practicing will just take time, and that is something that every person with one hand has to learn. Patience. So it's not that you're going to be a fantastic typist after a few hours. It's going to take some time. And I've been typing for years, so I can type the word understanding because I know how to type it. You do this for the word understanding. U-N with middle, D-E-R with pinky, S with the pinky, T with your ring finger, A, pinky, N with your middle, D with your pinky, I-N-G. I with your index, D, N with your middle, and G with your ring finger. Once again, understanding. Understanding. Now, some words are going to take a lot more time because they're very difficult to practice. Let's see, it's very hard for me to come up with a phrase because I'm usually very quick, but the word promise, let's take promise for example. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. To type those words, you have to stretch from the right side of the keyboard to the left, almost to far left. And so it's P, index, R with pinky, O, M with your middle, I with your index, and S-E with your pinky. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. You can do the M with your middle or index finger. P-R-O-M-I-S-E. I hope this helped because this is something that just takes time to learn. But once you learn it, then it makes typing and living very much easier because you can function in the workplace with no problem because you can type as fast as everyone else. And even if your boss types with, hunt and peck with 2 fingers because he's never learned to put his whole hand or hands on the keyboard. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy. Oop, I messed up lazy, but I can't delete it because it makes me go back to the beginning. So L-A-Z-Y, dog, period. So that was the tip for the day. And if you want to know more tips, you can follow me, subscribe, and I'll put a lot of other tips up that are very useful for a one-handed person. All right, have a great day. Thanks.